It's Dan with Crappie Dan Magazine's tip for January. The fish are cold, you're cold, although this year it's quite warm for a big change, but those fish are still down deep. They're way down there. They're in 20 to 24 right now, and they're sitting on brush piles. They're sitting right on the bottom with nothing around it in some cases. And to catch those fish, we have to come to a couple of new techniques in order to catch them. A couple of those techniques I'm going to show you right now will work for you no matter what part of the country you're in, how deep they are, but once you find them, you're going to have a slow presentation in order to catch those fish. And a couple of the ways I want to show you here is a couple of different baits. The first one I want to show you here is the Thin Fisher by Johnson. These particular baits are extremely effective. They're a blade bait. They're in 3/16 ounce all the way up to ½ ounce. Well, I like to use the smaller ones, black gold, pink and white, something that mimics the shad, maybe in black silver. But the black gold has been extremely effective pulling that bait, putting it to the bottom and just pulling it up about a foot and letting it vibrate just slightly and hold it there. Those fish that are sitting near or on the bottom will bite this extremely well when that's happening. When they won't touch a bait like that, something else that you can use is the new Itty Bits by Bobby Garland. These baits are extremely effective on heads, as you see here. These are the new Crappie Pro and Bobby Garland crappie baits heads. They go from anywhere at 1/32 ounce all the way up to 1/64 ounce, and then you have your traditionally sized heads 1/16 and above. These small heads, when coupled with little baits as these are, and they also have the small Itty Bits now as well, same length, same size, different colors that are popular with all of us as crappie fishermen. These colors I'm showing you here have been effective for me right now in cold water. So use these on these small heads, and they work extremely well doing so. When you want a little bit bigger bait, go up to the 1/16 ounce heads and use the bigger bodied baits you see here. And of course, pearl, white, any colors like this. This is Glitter Critter, and this one here is a color that has silver and pearl in it. So it's extremely effective when they're mimicking shad and the water is clear, which a lot of times this time of year it's very clear. Always remember, when you're doing this, if you're not using minnows, no live bait, make sure you have your scent and make sure you use your Mo-Glo Bobby Garland scent because it's pure shad. And it stays on the bait while it's down there. So just rub it on any of these baits that you see here and make sure that you keep it on there while you're fishing it. That way it keeps it clean and it's great for fishing out there. Make sure you couple it with a BnM pole. This one here is a 12-footer. I'm using extremely light line, in this case 8-pound test. High vis doesn't hurt anything, and this particular Sam Heaton model will, and you'll feel them as they hit. I'm Dan with Crappie Dan Magazine. Go out and catch some January slab.